Hi, I'm Mark Robinson here in West Des Moines, Iowa on a Thursday afternoon in late June. I'm going to do some reading from my chapbook that I published earlier this year called Just Last Days, and it's in honor of the 29th volume of Faultline Journal, which is put out by University of California, Irvine. One of my poems is included, so I'm thankful to them for doing that. It's a really cool journal. It's got some great visual arts in it, which you don't see in a lot of literary journals right now, as well as poetry and essays and some really good fiction. So I'm excited to be a part of that. I'm going to start off with some poems from my previously published chapbook. It's Just Last Days. The first poem I'm going to read is called Something Simple, which is the first poem of this book. Something simple. I wish that something simple would come to me, like a small child placing a square of chocolate on his tongue, its sweetness saying, "This is how it is," and "This is how we should say it is." The next poem is called Every Door. Every door is married to the idea of the other side and opens to a mystery. How many times, buried in the slight crack at the bottom of a coffee cup, do I search for you? In sleep, our hands embrace like miller's knot tied around an ancient burlap sack of rice. Your heart has two doors, the door called faith and the door you emerge from when you awake, that stirs again my searching. If your hand unhands from mine, as if engraved into my palm, I take it with me, that ghost hand. This poem is called Letter. When your letter arrived, I held the envelope in my hands, as if it were your hands, studied its circular cursive, your name, my name, the names of our distant cities, how you slipped from me into those round, looping letters. And I'm going to do two more real quick. The next one is called Inishmore, which is the name of one of the Aran Islands, which are off the west coast of Ireland. Inishmore. Above, the deep, gray, ever-shifting Irish sky listens. White waves plunge against the exposed and ancient cliff. It's so quiet in the world. Lying on my belly, inching forward to look over the precipice, the wild earth rises straight up from nowhere. Below, the untamed surf beckons. And for just a moment, I want to merge with that rage, to fall over and into it. And then the last poem from this book is called Dear Mr. Stevens. Here, the birds sound like howling dogs in the middle of the day, in the middle of the desert. At night, words like feather and fluttering fill my dreams. There's something harsh about the front lawns of pebbles and sand, but the pale moon hangs large over downtown in constant morning sun. The pastel yellow plaster of the Roman church, its beautifully manicured and deep green grass, stands out as the sort of haven you would have searched out in this dusty town. Alone in the darkness, in a pew among the candles and the crucifix, your face still and your eyes closed, wrestling to reconcile the real with the imagined, arranging, deepening, enchanting, never hearing the pounding on the door, the crowd of us frantic to get in. And then finally I'm going to read the poem that Faultline included in this new volume that they put out. It's not part of my chapbook, so it's one of my newer poems. It's called Stain. Watching you gently set the wild berries around the dish of ice cream, I think of the small friction of your fingers on my skin, and of a trail overgrown with wet and sharp new leaves, brushed thick and reckless with round, plump fruit, your stained mouth, cold lips pressed against my shoulder blade. Thank you.